Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. Oh, yeah. And today, finally, we have the one, the only GMAY from Camp GMAY and the Groove Track on the show. Yeah!
Oh, man, I can't wait. Woohoo!
First, we're going to kick off with a track called So Lonely. Let's do it.
It's up to you and me to figure out insanity. Can someone tell me where this motherfucker started to go wrong? It started out so easily. It's something that you could believe, something that could never go wrong. So lonely. I'm feeling like I'm hypnotized. This low frequency hurts my mind. Do I really need to spell it out for you? So lonely. You'll think you're right, they'll change your mind, unless you're thinking otherwise. I'd like to think that dreams come true. So lonely.
I'm sorry. The number you have reached is not in service or temporarily disconnected. The number you have reached is not in service at this time. This is a recording.
Boom. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name's Jade. This is How to App on iOS. And here we are today. I hope you're all doing well in the chat. And that was, if I can get my shit together, that was So Lonely. So now I'm pretty sure that was a bit of a collaboration there between a few people, including our special guest today. Let me just adjust my camera. What's going on here? Between our special guest and a few other people, which we'll talk about shortly. And yeah, I'm really excited about today. It is the end of the week, and this is our interview show that we do every Friday here in Australia and Thursday for the rest of the world. And as Brad has put in the chat, yes, indeed, Brad, it is GMAY Day. And I've been waiting for this interview all week. So we'll say hello to you all as the show goes along like we normally do. So thanks for being here, everybody. So let me tell you how I came across this particular artist. So it was one Sunday here in Australia. I normally do my opening hour shows. And after the opening hour, me and Brad and Ivan Idea and Russ, we were all sitting on Clubhouse and we were perusing YouTube on this particular day, just perusing YouTube. And we came across this channel called Camp GMAY. And there was this interesting character there with a crazy big moustache and jumping around his studio and playing music, and he had guests on, and it was like we'd found the Metalhead Hippie Show, whale show, but like full of craziness. And the more I watched and the more we watched, we became very intrigued by this particular artist who hosted this show, GMAY, and wanted to find out more. And as time went on, as the weeks went by, I became addicted to this channel and to this particular person and the people that he has on his show. So then Ivan went on the show and performed on there. Brad went on and performed on there, as well as many other artists you may know, like Francis Damasio and Conspiracy Music, who's here today, Mamsie, Falcon Blues, a whole lot of people that you may have seen around the community have played and do play regularly on his show. So I thought, I want to know more about this human being, this incredibly intriguing person. So thankfully he's come on the show today. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the, but before I welcome him on, in the chat, for those who are What Warriors, members of the channel, there are 5 GMAY emojis that you can use today. So fill them up, fill the chat full of GMAY emojis for fun. And without further ado, let's bring on the man of the moment, Gary May, also known as Camp GMAY. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Happening.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Thank you so much, firstly, for coming on the show. I mean, everything I said at the beginning, I found your channel was like, who is this cockadoodle, wackadoodle man jumping around on my screen, playing guitar, playing people's music? And here you are. I'm so stoked. I've built up all week. We've opened each show with one of your songs. It has been GMAY week. So
right.
Thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about that song we just heard, So Lonely. Well, who's involved in that and how did it come about?
That song is actually not that, I have songs that I wrote a long time ago. I have recent songs. That's a recent song. It was written like maybe 5-6 months ago, whenever I released it. Just kind of like, it's the 5G thing, the military weapon. So just kind of trying to exploit that a little bit. I used just a little mix pad and just recorded some drum tracks off like a little Casio, and then just gave it some keyboards, and then did my spiel, and then shipped it out to Mamsie. I think he did a little bit of some background vocals and filmed some stuff, sent it to me. And then I had a good friend of mine, her name's Monique Lisa. She has San Francisco Bay Area live music, pretty cool channel. But anyway, she came and sang some backups on it with me. She's a really good singer. So that's it. I think I tripped on it. I put it all together, and I think it was done within like about 3 days, the actual song. So nice. Just one of those trippy songs where it just drops out of nowhere,
Awesome. Well, I'm going to hit you with the first question that I hit everybody with, because it's a very powerful question. Gary, what does music mean to you?
Music to me means, vibration, connection. That's how we all operate. We're all, everyone's a musician. Everybody does something musically, and that's how you express yourself. So we all vibrate like that. So that's kind of like what music is to me. So when you express that vibration, it usually with, you know, with a situation that happened through life, you know, like, oh, this happened to me, so I'm gonna write a song about that, versus, you know, just, oh, I'm gonna write about this or that, you know. So that's what it means to me.
Awesome. Do you recall? Now, do you recall when a dime was a dime? No, I'm not going to say that. Do you recall the first music that was the music that was played in your household when you were a child that your parents played, and who were
Yeah, I
some
do.
who were some of those artists, and have they influenced you? Who were some of those artists?
One would be, what is it? Oh yes, I'm the great pretender.
Wow, wow.
You know, Old Town, Motown. Those musicians in early Motown were just crazy, especially the bass player. They played on all those tracks. They were just awesome musicians, man. So I grew up on that. And then, you know what happens for me, around 1973, I was 9 years old, and I got my first transistor radio, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I take it under the covers. And, you know, that's where it's like, you know, I think I was like in the 3rd or 4th grade or something, right? And you get all those AM, you know, just look up the top charts for 71, 72, 73. Those are the songs you're listening to, total bubblegum, but good stuff, you know, harmonies and melodies and rhythmic activity. And then, of course, you know, it hits 76, 77, and then it's Ronnie James Dio, AC/DC, and you're going a day on the green, you know, taking mushrooms. So you go from Motown to, you know, AM to just rock and roll, man, and funk and disco and everything. I love it all.
Do you remember the first album that you ever purchased, and what was it?
The first album, I think it was Let It Bleed by the Rolling Stones. I was a big Rolling Stones guy growing up. I love the Beatles too, but just loved the Stones. Loved them, loved them, loved them, you know.
Was that on vinyl or a cassette?
It was vinyl.
Vinyl. Do you remember the first album that was given to you as a gift?
Probably Love You Live from a friend of mine, Tim Aguilar. He gave me it had like a double open up. Remember that with Billy Preston, Love You Live? Killer album, man.
I miss vinyl so much. You know, I remember when I first started collecting vinyl, it was all about the artwork. I remember, because I'm a big metalhead, and I had so many albums that were shit.
Right.
That was shit. And I bought them because of the album cover, because it was so good. And then I got it home and was like, this is shit.
Absolutely, man. And then, of course, don't forget, you hang them up all on the wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know? And I bring some reference to that. I opened up a cartoon called Ace and Jazzy. You can check that out later down the road when you have time. I know you're real busy, but I make reference to that, you know, hanging your records on the walls.
All right.
That's how it is, man.
What about your first live gig? Do you have a memory from your first live gig that you ever went to?
Oh, my first live?
Yeah, that you went to. Yeah, did not play.
Yeah. It was my first live gig. It's tough because growing up, my mom worked in bars and stuff. So there was always like live music going on. I think but the first concert I went to was in '81. It was Rolling Stones, Candlestick. So that was kind of like an eye opener, you know.
So you're a big Stones fan, clearly.
Well, I mean, I like them. I respect their songwriting too, you know. Love the Stones. But I think it's a combination of, like I said, of just all kinds of stuff, you know, especially that transistor radio, man. You know, if you really listen to some of the songs that I sing, like when we do the open mic, they're always like this, you know, between like 71 and 76, you know.
So I want to ask you too. So at school, now this is a bit of a running joke here on the channel. Most of us, when we're at school, we got forced into like music lessons, some of us, and there's a pretty common thread that all of us got forced to learn the recorder. Did you have to learn the recorder when you were at school? Did they try and force that on you?
No, not at all. No.
You were free. So
I don't. I think it was just different back in the 70s, man. When you go to high school, just way laid back, man.
So did you have any
Like whatever
lessons at school? Did you study music at school? Did you want to be a musician? How
No,
long?
no. To me, it was the complete opposite. My grandfather was a big high school music teacher, the whole 9 yards, real prestigious, and I was more like just rebellious. I just kind of wanted to. When I was really young, I just kind of wanted to party and connect with people, because that's like, you talk about the records and stuff. That what it was all about back then. And I used to get ready Friday, Saturday night, go to like a kegger party. You interacted with your friends, or you sat around on Friday night and played board games, a bunch of you, and listened to records. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Had them all out everywhere. Everybody's having a good time. That was the human interaction that I was in. Man, I was into just partying, going to the beach parties, and it wasn't until I think I hit about 16 or 17. I started partying early, but just about 17, 16 is when I just picked up a guitar.
All right, so you're 16 years old. You pick up a guitar, and so you start learning. Did you like buy any books to learn? I mean, we didn't have the internet then to help.
At first I had a buddy. His name was Joe Bob. I was 16. It was like a cousin. He was like, "Hey, this is how you do open A, open E." Showed me them all, and it only took me probably like an hour to play all the open ones. He's like, "What?" And then, then of course, then he just showed me some bar chords and some slide chords, and then from there, it's like, you play in bands, and back then it was the type of thing there was. If you really wanted to learn, you had to learn from jamming with someone.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you've played in a lot of bands. Do you remember and a lot of them have some great names too. What was the first band name that you create? The first band that, come on.
Well, that's funny, because like I said, I picked up that guitar when I was 16 or so. And I ended up forming a band called Regal, Regal. And anybody that knows about Regal knows that was like my first band. And what I did is I took my inner circle of friends and I created my own band. I wrote all the music. I wrote like stage shows. We played private parties. I'd light Guitar on Fire swinging around my neck. That's where songs like Alcoholics, Daydreams, The Light of Love, real crazy. We were taking LSD, shrooms. We were just underground, fun party band. Most people work in restaurants, so usually you can get a lot of people. But that was, what we did. We were Regal, man. We lasted like 5 years. It was Ron Morgan on vocals, Martin Morales on bass, Tim Aguilar on guitar, me on guitar, and Daryl Milich on drums. So.
Well, speaking of,
it seems like a long time ago, but I think there was some film footage of it somewhere. I got to find it, man, but just an eternity ago, But that was my first band, man. And then from there, it was just like, I think I was like 21, and I was a fire victim. I had my apartment burned down. My roommate burned down the house.
What the hell?
Burned down everything. Yeah. So I wake up, I'm 21, right?
Yeah.
I got everything, my PA, my instruments, my clothing, everything that's your complete identity as a human, gone. Even the PA was a gift from the Garrett, used to be Juice Newton's, when she first started out. So, there's a lot of sentiment, but after that, is when I kind of started my music journey, as far as just, you never give up the dream. You're always forming a band or joining a band. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You mentioned one of the songs in there. Now, there's a lot of stuff I want to play today in between this, so I'm going to jump in and play a song kind of now because it's a short one, and then we'll come back and say hello to everybody here because there's a heap of you here. We've got
Nice.
about 20 people here already, so thank you all for being here. We'll say hello to you in a second. This is one
Thanks,
of my
man.
this is one of my favorite songs. After
All
I
right.
started watching you, I found your SoundCloud. And I found this song, I absolutely laughed myself. Ridiculous. This is Alcoholics. I love this song
Right.
so much. It's so rocking. So, guys, grab yourself a bevy or whatever your poison is. Light up a spliff or do whatever that floats your boat. And this is Alcoholics. And we'll be back really shortly. Boom, as Hippie would say.
Boom, boom.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm an alcoholic and my name is Jim. Hi, Jim. I'm going the way you can call me Slim. Bourbon in the morning, cutty socks a must. I need a day pass cause I wrecked my car at lunch. I'm an alcoholic, an alcoholic, an alcoholic. I can dance. Well, I'm an alcoholic, can't you see it in me? I get drunk every single day of the week. I got a wet brain 45 in my hand. I'm drinking more liquor with a shot in my hand. I'm an alcoholic, an alcoholic, an alcoholic. I can dance. Well, I'm rolling double fisted and it's hard to talk. We're chugging Boilermakers and it's hard to walk. Well, line 'em up and knock 'em down. I think you can agree. We're slamming bourbon whiskey out of Tennessee. Line 'em up, time to fetch another round. Say now, hey now, mister, can you help me off the ground? An alcoholic, an alcoholic, an alcoholic. I can dance. An alcoholic, an alcoholic. I can dance.
Never came up with the full version. Where's it at?
It's so much fun, man. I love the variety of your music. You know, you have melodic stuff, you have funny stuff. It's you have a very creative mind. I really love that. Let's talk about. Just let me open this for a second. So, it says here in the biography, you have played in 172 bands.
Yes.
How does this come about? Is this
Well, because-
is this just you can't stay still for a moment, or
Well, if you count the first band in sixth grade, you know, then maybe only 170.
do you have a clicker? Like click every time there's a new band, it clicks through.
I played in a lot of bands, man, a lot of made up bands, a lot of fixes. I think you go through these, at least I did, you know, you just go through these stages where you're like, and it's kind of like where I'm at now, where, you know, it's like, you know, hey, I want my body transfer movie. Hey, I want to do my time travel in my lighthouse with my teepee and my magic watch movie. You know, I don't know if you saw that one, Kung Fu Vampire Slayers.
I've gone through so much of your stuff. There is so much to go through. It is incredible. You have such a variety of wacky stuff.
Well, it's funny, Jade, because, you know, for a while there, like on my page, I took everything down and just had just music videos up, because a lot of times if I just put all kinds of stuff that's all over the board, it throws a lot of people off sometimes. Like they'll come to watch one and I'll be like, oh, wow, you know, this guy's a wacko. And then you know, without checking out anything else, you know what I mean? So it's like,
do you get much, like many people throwing hate at you or anything like that? I know, you know, all channels get it on YouTube.
no, I think anywhere you go, you know, there's always going to be trolls. There's always going to be energy vampires. And it's not what happens, it's how you react to it. Look, I look at it this way. When you have no reaction is when you have a problem, because then they don't give a shit at all. You have no reaction. But a negative reaction, a positive reaction, to me, it's almost, they're the same, because one, it's a reaction. right?
Yep.
One's negative, one's positive. Well, the negative one has so much more intensity that it's actually, they love it so much
They
that
hate
it turns to hatred.
They hate watch. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like the guy that's like, oh, I hate the 49ers, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he runs home and gets in his 49er pajamas, right? When no one's looking. I am.
Yeah, it's the same.
Right?
It's a homophobia
Yeah.
theory. It's the same transphobia. The people who yell the most, I hate trans people. Being trans myself, I hate you. I hate you. You know they go home to Pornhub and they're jerking the gherkin to as much trans porn as they can.
So all it really is a passionate liking. But there's a fine line, because once you cross into harassment or prejudice, or just, you know, things that aren't cool, you know, we all know what they are.
Yep.
I learned it in kindergarten, you know, type thing, you know. Share, be kind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep your hands to yourself. Anyway,
let's say hello to everybody here. Now, guys, if you are here in the chat, just kindly write something in the chat so I can make sure I capture everybody's name, you know, because
my boy Mamsie out there.
Save me scrolling up. So hello, Audible Video. Hello, Kim Harden Hudson, Russ8889, Thomas Christ, Tom Caraher Music, Jenny Jolove,
Nice.
SM Borthwick, Conspiracy Music. Who else do we have? Ivan Idea is here. Brad Example. Did I say Thomas Christ? Gary Hubbs. Cy Effin is here. Russ8889, Feisty Feather. And I'm sure I saw Aviscusi. There we go.
Feisty Feather.
Aviscusi.
Wow.
Is that how I say it? And I saw someone else here who you may know too, and I'm trying to scroll up to see.
That's so awesome, man.
Let me see if I can find her. I'm sure some of your friends are here, or I can't scroll up to find. Anyway, we've got a lot of people here, so please just type in chat. Get Wolfstone Studios here as well. Joe and Barry Glenn. Who else? We got you, Tom Caraher. So thank you all for being here. Let me just scroll for a second and see if I can find. Lily Pillies is here as well. And let me see 1 second. Tom. I'm terrible at this. Since I got this new chat thing, it really makes it hard for me to see people.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, but I got to tell you, this community between you and Hippie and TC, Thomas, and a few other people. God, what a great community, man. You guys all just interact and share. It's cool.
Yeah, it's what awesome. It's all about. That's the thing too. So I'll tell you, when I found your channel, I was like, I just was like, what is going on here? But the one thing that I have gotten from watching you, and I was a silent watcher. I wasn't a hate watcher. I was laughing my head off at some of the stuff you were doing. Scapular Winging Records is here as well. Hello to you. Sorry if I've missed anyone else. But no, I was watching just going, this is so wild, man. But what I see from watching you after a period of time is that there's a really big heart underneath that big chest of yours. And you really do care about people's music. I mean, you call yourself a song pimp, right?
Right.
And explain, why are you a song pimp, Gary?
Well, because look, this is how I look at it, and I'll find it because, you know, I don't have a lot of, just like anybody else, time is a lot, because when you're working all on this stuff, I think I'm doing like maybe 40 hours a week of just editing and then filming and this and that, and then I try to get out, I try to hit up everybody in the community's pages and hit up everybody, but that's about it, man.
Yep. So it's just
the question was,
why are you a song pimp?
Oh, why am I a song pimp? That's simple. I don't care who you are. Okay.
Yeah.
All I care about is the song.
Yeah.
Well, I do care about you. I care about everyone. And what I mean by that is, look, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Or maybe I'll ask myself the question. Who knows? Anyway, you know, when I think of like Boston, the band, right? But they got like maybe 7 songs I like, right?
Yeah.
The ones I don't listen to. Mamsie Graham, it's got like maybe 10 or 11 songs I like. Carole King, she's got like 11 songs I like. You know what I mean? Devo, they got like 14 songs I like. The Stones have like, I look at it more like in songs, you know? So when you kind of strip away everything and you just go to the song, for me, that's why I'm a song pimp. I hear a song, I'm like, oh man, I really like that. You know what I mean? And then I
That's
want to
it.
work with that person. I'm song pimp,
Song
like your
pimp.
song. Make it my bitch.
I totally get it, man. It's part of the reason I do this channel, to find apps to help people understand how they work so they can make more music.
Right.
So then all the other channels around, including myself, can pimp their songs. It's
Right.
it's become this thing here on YouTube where we get to create channels to help, put people's music out there. It's a really amazing
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm coming from too, is like, I want to work with everybody. I want to do a song with everyone. We're all on this music journey, all of us. We're all vibrating in music. There's millions and millions of YouTube lives and this and that. So somehow we're all on our journey. We're all intersecting. We're all just sharing music and love, man. That's all. It's real simple.
So I have written here that you've recorded over 100 songs, but you only have one CD.
Well, I have one CD. Well, that's a funny thing. See, I played live for so long. I have this CD right here.
Which I want a copy of so bad. We have to do a trade.
Yeah, just email me your mailing address. I'll mail you one.
We'll do a swap.
You get Alcoholics, W Down, Keep on Shining, Rosewood, I'm Coming Home, LA Someday, Rock and Roll Highway, and Rainy Days.
So how can people get it, man? So do they just have to email you? Is that the?
So what happened was I printed, I think 100 of them, and I've got 67 of these left. I printed them like 2-3 years ago.
Right.
And all the ones I give them away to. I don't say, hey, send me money. I'm like, if someone wants one, I send them one. See what I'm saying?
I'm exactly the same. Like my last album, I produced, I think it was 5,000 of them, and I sold them at gigs when I was touring and all that. And I think I ended up with about 300 left, and I still have 100 left. And I've been using them for the last few years as business cards. What a great business card. Here's my business card. It's a CD. Most people these days, sadly, look at you and say, what's that? I say, it's a CD, mate. Sorry. People don't even know what a CD is. But I have put a link in the description to your email. So if people want to order one, get one from you, they can email you. So do that because I think it's worth it. I'm going to do a swap with you. Definitely. We'll do it.
No, I can't wait. That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, we'll do an old school tape
and everyone
trade.
too, because I figured, because like I said, I made a bunch of stuff not private that you could check out on my page. But what I do is I'll put those private again because I have other channels for a lot of that other stuff. On the Camp GMAY, I try to just keep it like a music jukebox where all it is songs.
Yeah.
So after this show, you won't be able to find anything except for music videos at Camp GMAY. All the other stuff, CHARLIEWOOD, Return of the Corn, Groove Track, OCD TV, 13, they all have their own channel. You know what I mean?
I find that really interesting about your channel. So we'll talk about your channel for a little bit. So Camp GMAY is like a hub, yeah?
Yes, I want Camp GMAY to be like a music jukebox. And when you think of Camp GMAY, how I designed it was, you think of like Looney Tunes, right?
Yeah.
And you have all these characters, right? Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, there's hundreds of them, right? Same thing with Camp GMAY. We're all just a bunch of characters, So you have Mamsie Graham, you got April Dawn, and then, you just have the name of the song, and then you get put out on the GMAY charts, and you see how your song does on the GMAY charts. So what I like to do is I like to collaborate. So we can do a song, do a video. And what's nice about that is it's like a one song commitment type thing, because that's all you're doing. It's not like, hey, let's, be in the same band,
Absolutely.
And you're like, hey, let's do a song together because, you're busy. You're streaming every day. You know what I mean? So anyway.
Well, being in a band is like being married to 5 people. It's hard work. It's hard work.
Yeah.
I couldn't even stay married for more than 2 years, thank God. So, I don't think I could ever play in a band again.
Well, you know that I went and I watched that you on acoustic. I think it was, what was it? Something about don't be an asshole or something.
Would have been Do What Makes You
Really
Happy.
cool tune, man. Really cool tune.
Thanks, my friend. Thank you so much.
Intensity.
Let's see. Conspiracy Music's just written here. Let me show this. I made a promo video for Camp GMAY open mic. It's on my channel. Awesome stuff. So yeah, Conspiracy Music is a regular on the show. Who are some of the regulars who appear on your show every week?
Well, you have who are some of the Looney Tune characters?
Yeah.
Camp GMAY. You got Mamsie Graham. He's the road runner of Camp GMAY. You got Mamsie Graham. We have this groove trek thing that we started, which is basically there's 5 of us. Dragon Cell Puppets, Colorful Energy, Mamsie Graham, and IC Monkeys, and me. The 5 of us are pretty much groove trek. Everybody films their stuff. We talk, we all get in a chat room together. We talk about what we're going to do. And then we bring it to fruition, and we do that just through workshops and communicating. And then I'm kind of like the executive producer, where like, once we talk about what we're going to do, we decide what everybody's going to film, everybody kind of sends it to me, and then I put all the pieces, the puzzle together as far as, the story we want to tell. So like I said, too, we just left, we did, at this Indiconia video, there's part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, we just left Indiconia. And let me tell you, Jade, it was tough leaving because the finale, man, it took forever. And then this running joke came about where Indiconia won't let us go, because now when you hear this, I don't know if I should let the cat out of the bag, but anyone that wants to join, we are going to another planet, and it is going to be crazy. So anyone that's interested, contact me, man. I'll give you the private, and we can chat about it. All
right, so let's talk about what is groove trek, because we'll play a bit of this. I want to hear straight from your mouth. Tell us the concept behind groove trek.
Okay,
what is
the concept was on one of my lives a while back. When I used to go live a while back, sometimes I'd go out. I had like no strategy or anything. It's just like, hey, I'm just live. What are you doing? Hey, I'm going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Right. But anyway.
So
what the question is.
So groove
I'm like David Lee Roth forgetting the lyrics to the song. You got this guy hammering me. Hey, give me 2 secs. I'll get right back with you. Anyway,
I love it.
What's going on now?
Tell us about groove trek. What the concept of groove trek?
We were just bullshitting one night because we were doing these lives on Return of the Corn, and then I said out loud, "I'm like, someone pitch me," which is like, "Give me a pitch: body transfer, time travel, yada yada yada." And Warren, IC Monkeys, great channel, The Rock Pile.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got to tap into that. Anyway, IC Monkeys pictures me, what if you were like the first jam room in space? I'm like, well, if that happened, we'd be making history, because I don't know of a jam room in space. So we're like, okay. We started talking about it. And then instantly we knew, because his name is Professor Groove Monkey, and people used to call me Conductor McFunk when I played the bass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple lives later, we'll go, oh my God, we got to ask Mamsie to be our Captain Chronic. I mean, you can't get a better, there's only one Captain Chronic, man, and that's Mamsie Graham. Okay. And he pops in the live, right? And we go, hey, Mamsie, we want you to be our Captain Chronic. And he's like, oh man. And then boom, it just took off. So it was more of just, when you talk about something, like if right now, if we were to say like, hey, we're going to do a sitcom, he's a neo-Nazi and she's a left snowflake, but The judge made them come, So anyway, you talk about it. You talk about the characters, and then, like I said, man, you bring it to fruition. Easy stuff.
It feels like to me, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like Star Trek with marijuana.
Well,
with the music from the
it's funny.
Mothers of the Intervention.
Yeah. Well, guess where we're going? We are going to Meow Curry.
There's a lot of pussy.
I got the clip.
In it
I should have gave you the promo clip for Meow Curry. It's Planet of the Apes, but it's Planet of the Cats, and the humans are the pets. So it's going to get, I think, Indiconia was more symbolic for organic, save the planet, plastic, the whole 9 yards, man. Environment type trip. So hopefully, and then also the pharmaceutical, just it's more of an organic metaphor, because Groove Trek goes a little deeper. There's always like a message at the end that we're all human. You can't separate us, and we're all going to vibrate and love each other. That's basically Groove Trek, man. Because you're just grooved. And that's the beautiful thing too, is we get to bring our music into it. We're not using other people's music at all. Everything is made by us. We groove and then we harmonize. So hopefully people beam on up. We'll see what happens.
It's one of the things I love about it.
Beam you up, man.
I'm gonna beam up, make a cameo on there. So one of the things I love about it is that this is put together, and you put this together sometimes. On the live show, you show how it's all coming together. Then you have this private little StreamYard thing where people send in their little clips and you put it all together. I'm going to play a clip from it now. So we're going to play part 1 of Indiconia. So strap in, folks, and we're going to chill out. So you got time to get a drink or do it, or take your phone call if you need to. So we're going to play this now. Let me just cue it up. Now, the thing is with this, folks, kick back, let your mind go, because this is just wild. I really think this is so much fun. This is Indiconia Part 1. It goes for a good 9 minutes, so kick back. The Part 1, so let your mind go free. We'll see you back real soon. Let's do it. Boom.
Whoa, fuck daddy, we just hit the mother load of sweet leaf.
The captain and McFunk are flying high.
Let's go. You want to go? You want to jump on the funk train, baby?
We're locked and loaded.
The universe has its own agenda.
Our groove system is baked.
I wish I had a lighter. So you want the ganja?
We grow the best stuff in the galaxy. I am the guardian of this planet, Indiconia.
Captain's log, man, stardate 420. We just united the Lizzies and the Beakers and helped the arena master get his groove. Now we're drifting in space, trying to get baked.
Captain, the stash! Be rolling low! We'll be scraping the bone soon!
Captain, Conductor McFunk smoked all indica last night.
Well, it's a slam dunk. The funk, he chain smoked all the junk.
You know the Candyman can. He can smoke it all if he wants. It's all you can smoke on the red eyes. Now, Mary Jane, find me a cannabinoid planet fast.
I hope she finds us a planet of Acapulco gold.
Captain, I located the planet called Indiconia.
Indiconia sounds big time.
Sparky, set a course for Indiconia.
Warp speed. I could use a bump.
My sensors indicate a 3-hour tour, Captain.
3 hours? Dang, doggy. I got the big time macaronis, Captain.
What we need, Captain, is an extra crispy pie on the fly.
Damn straight.
Mary Jane, find us a pizza joint that delivers.
I found a nice place, Ganja Hut. They deliver. I will connect you, Captain.
Yeah, man, welcome to the Ganja Hut. I'm Joe Bob Marley. How can I help you? Hey, can you hold on a second?
Yo, Spock, Captain's ordering Ganja Hut. You want anything?
Abso-fucking-litely. I want a THC taco.
They don't got no THC tacos, Sparky.
Dude, when I'm online, my name is Joe Bob Marley. It's not Phoenix.
Yeah, man, I'd like to order 2 large pepperoni, please.
You want ganja or you want pizza?
Nah, man, just 2 large pepperoni.
Ah, you want the jumbo special.
Not jumbo, large, man. 2 large pepperoni. And a solar cola. A 2-liter of solar cola.
Pepperoni is a logical choice, Captain.
So you want the ganja?
Nah, dude, we just want pizza.
Oh, so you want ganja or you want pizza?
Nah, dude, we just want pizza.
Okay, man, sorry. 30 minutes.
Where's my pizza?
Okay, sorry. 30 minutes, you get ganja and pizza. Peace out, dude.
We have arrived at Indigonia.
Yes, Mary Jane, I know we have arrived.
Whatever.
Captain, an entire planet of indica in what seems to be a tropical paradise.
Looks like I'll be in charge of the red light, Captain.
Sparky, I don't care what the orders are from Starfleet. You get in the back seat. Professor Groove Monkey, take the wheel. You're the wheelman of the Red Eyes while Conductor McFunk and I go down and re-up on the dojo. Candyman, bring your boom boom to the transporter room.
Ah, Captain, the Candyman can. Operation All You Can Eat. I brought my trimming scissors. Meet you in the transporter room.
It's go time, Funkinator. Let's do this.
Good luck, Captain.
Oh, thank you, Mary Jane. I'll talk to you in my quarters when we get back.
I brought a smoking jacket and my favorite pipe. They're gone.
Whoa, Funk Daddy, we just hit the mother load of Sweetly.
Up and away, Dr. Bombay. It's time to fly the friendly skies of Indiconia.
Let's backyard boogie.
I'm riding the Cola Express. Which way, Captain? Which way? Look out now. Woo!
The view is excellent.
I've never seen anything like it, Captain.
Fall in line, Candyman. High and tight formation. Let's get it.
Stay close, Candyman.
I'm right
Stay
behind
close.
you, Mac Daddy.
You know I got you. Look at this, man. Inhale, exhale. I'm getting stoned just breathing the air.
I've never seen anything like it, Captain. God, Captain, look at the size of those nuts to wear.
Oh, hold up. Wait a minute.
Whoa, now look.
Look at all the crystals on that bud right there, Candy.
I've never seen so many crystals, Captain. Look at that. I can't even get it off. It's stuck, Captain. Can you help me now? Now my other hand's stuck. Look at this now.
Oh my, the Captain and McFunk are flying high.
up on me now.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna slow my roll, Captain, just like that.
Look at that, Candyman. Look at the crystals on that bud. Indiconia is beautiful. We jack the colas. I race you to the top.
Oh, you're on, Captain Crunchberry.
These are some beautiful buds. Indiconia is beautiful. I don't think I ever want to leave, Candyman.
It's where I'm gonna retire someday, Captain.
There's some beautiful buds.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at the size of this red hairs, Captain.
Man, trim and shield, Candyman.
I'm gonna show you how we trim on the West Coast, bitch. Now, Captain, you wanna get down? You wanna do some trimming? I'm gonna show you trimming. Come on, man, here we go. Let's go on that. Let's just chop this shit. Sativa, I'm gonna make a pile right here, Captain. Sativa! Yeah.
This is chronic to red eyes. Sativa, start beaming this bud up.
Aye, aye, Captain. We're locked and loaded.
Start smoking it as soon as you get this bud, Sativa. That's an order.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And roll some for Sparky and Groove Monkey, too.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Woo-hoo! Captain!
Our groove system is baked. Warning, warning.
Alert! Alert! There's a giant in the dirt. Well, I got a hunch you'll be eating pitchfork for lunch. He's coming straight at you.
Oh, snap!
Wild stuff. Folks, you're going to have to head over to the Groove Trek channel, which is specifically laid out. Here it is here, so you can see the whole series in all its glory. Man, so how do you put this stuff together? Do you use specific software to put this together? How do you put all this craziness together?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, each episode, like that should technically just be one video for like 30 minutes, but you're moving at such a snail's pace that you just kind of keep it at a level where you kind of don't know what you're doing. But the thing is, we talked about how you talking everything out is the most important thing, because then once you talk everything out and figure out kind of what your skeleton's going to be, then you just start corkboarding it. It's not that bad.
Is there a specific software you use to put together all these videos?
A certain what?
Software. What do you use to put together the videos?
No, I mean, like I said, the best part about it is you kind of get the best of both worlds, in the sense that you get to do the comedy and the parody and the musicals, and you get to use your music and all that, and versus just one song, Song Pimp, one song, here it is, here's the music video. So kind of trying to do that with Camp GMAY Music Jukebox. And then Groove Trek is more like you just groove, man. And when your guests come on, you groove. So, and if you do a cameo in a future Groove Trek, maybe we can use some of your music. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And do you write the music specifically for Groove Trek? Are there songs?
Well, basically what happened is, me and Mamsie are songwriters, and Colorful Energy is a massively accomplished pianist. If you go to her channel, Colorful Energy, right?
Yep.
She lets me go over there and almost like a candy store, and I just pick out whatever I want. You know what I mean? Oh man, I like this. Like the soul, like at the end of the arena when we do the guitar levitation.
Yep.
We form a pyramid, right? Right. He beams down, and then now all of a sudden that harmonized. See, what happens with Groove Trek is the people that were teaching to groove, they just don't know how to groove is all. Once they learn how to groove, then everything harmonizes. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Which is why you're the groove master. Is that right?
But to answer your question about the music.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. It's like all of a sudden this colorful energy just drops out of nowhere. Not only that, she is a accomplished green screener. And then the relationship's really, really good because you're just like, she helps write. She comes in the thing. She talks about stuff. She finds templates. She sends stuff over. She even does editing, like the in the finale where she comes floating down, right? She's all, she wanted to do that. And then, so she did that little montage there. And then I put it in and, well, I chopped it up a little bit too. But I mean, it's like I said, it's the five of us right now and that are just dedicated to being where it's a ongoing thing, where you're on board as one of the cast members. That's when it never ends. When you see this next episode, this next planet that we go to, it's just mind-blowing. And that's when you're really going to get the diversity, Jade, of just, oh, look, bunch of weed guys, now we're actually going to, if you like cats, we're rendering everybody's cats. And I mean, it's going to get real crazy, man.
And I've seen the arena episode where you have, there's a huge battle in this arena. It's wild.
Well, and what's so weird about that is there's never any like negative connotation. It's always like, can you help us in the arena? They're all like, almost like hypnotized by these monitors, the lizards and the chickens. So it was more of a metaphor of, you can't divide us through your little pieces of plastic that you're holding in your hand.
Absolutely.
So
so you put these things together, you get people to send through their clips of them in front of green screen, then you put it all together in like Corel or something like that?
Well, like I said, and then everybody kind of brings their own punch to it. Like Icy Monkey goes, oh yeah, I got like over 50 songs instrumental. I'm like, what? So everybody like just brings so much to the table. Mamsie's constantly just writing tunes. We're all involved. Like I said, when you get together and you talk about what you want to do, that's kind of the fun part because you can go any direction you want. We were talking about should characters stay alive, or should Roach got smoked? Should Nickelback squirmed out and jumped down and ran away? But then I'm like, oh no, then I got to get in the monkey suit again. It's like 110 degrees in there, Anyway, it's just chatting about it. And then what happens is like, now that we're going to Meowkery and it's planet of the feline, okay? Well, it's these three sister female cats, and they all have their own little kingdom. And anyway, we go down there, we beam down there, and we end up getting caught, and we get put in cages because, look, everyone knows that when you have like a feral cats and stuff, you want to get them fixed immediately, because you don't want them. I got a friend that works for the animal control in SPC. You want to help out feral cats so they don't keep breeding. So you want to get them fixed, right?
Yep.
Well, guess what happens to us, or what they're going to try to do when they catch us? Anyway, so it goes really, really deep. It gets really, really twisted. It's going to be a blast.
I think that's what's so fun about it, is because you are letting your imagination run free, and there is layers of messages under there as well too. So it's really cool.
Sure.
I want to talk about your characters, because you a lot of things you are. You're a musician, an actor. I mean, a producer, but you're a comedian also who has these characters that you turn out. And I've got a show reel of characters here. So I'm going to play a bit of each character, and then I'll stop the video and let you tell me about these characters. Let's bring this screen up. So the first one is Mickey Cox, and I'm going to play a bit of this. Yeah. Let's play this first. Let's have a play.
Come on, Scooby-Doo. Come on, Scooby-Doo. I told you. Shit.
You might want to break your legs, though. You never know. He don't play around. He's going to play around with his 20K. Who you think you are?
Hey, Big Eddie. Yeah, I got your 20 grand. Don't worry. And I got a whole lot more. In fact, my wife is going to be signing the check. And she's in Hollywood. I am fried.
You want french fries, boss?
Do I look like I want french fries?
You are french
Do I look
fries.
like I want french fries?
It's unicorn magic for the win in a photo. Please hold on to get
Goddamn!
All right, I will stop it there. So tell us about that character that he just butted a cigarette out on somebody's head.
That's from the... Those are just a few clips from the Kitty Chicken Bunny Girl show. I play this degenerate gambler, right? And who had a young 18-year-old bride, of course, back from the Midwest, right? Well, she runs away from me and goes to Hollywood, gets involved in the Kitty Chick and becomes a big famous star, right? Well, I'm a degenerate gambler. I end up owing these people a bunch of money. They come get me, hold me for ransom. That episode's called Unicorn Karma. Really good episode, man. And I get held ransom and wear a little summer dress, gag ball, Crisco oil, funny stuff. But
all right, so
man.
This is Mac of the Conspiracy Twins. Let me play this one.
Yeah.
Let's play this.
I'll tell you something right now. Mrs. Roper, she wants to get pounded out. They get pounded out. They get pounded out. They get pounded out. That's right. Oh, Stanley. Because it's a body transfer movie. Transfer movie.
Oh my God.
The body transfer into the doll and then do a body transfer into the human. I don't think so. Look, Jack wants to get it on. That's right. And Chrissy and Janet, they don't want to get it on. But Mrs. Roper, she wants to get it on. 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 And secretly, Stanley wants to get it on with Jack.
Goodness me.
Wow. Wow. Stanley secretly wants to get it on with Jack. It's, I came up with that bit. I was just like, I thought it was so funny. It was just like, Jack wants to get it on, right? Janet and Chrissy don't want to get it on. Mrs. Roper wants to get it on. And Stanley wants to get it on secretly with Jack. And just funny stuff. Anyway, the Conspiracy Brothers, that was during lockdown.
Right.
When it first started, everybody, I don't care who you are, when World War III started, everybody's like, oh, let me get in my bunker. So, I wasn't green screening. I hadn't green screening yet. I've only been green screening for, I think, maybe like 7-8 months, So what I do is I just film myself on different sides of the thing, put the different stuff on. But the Conspiracy Brothers are two twin brothers from the Midwest. Midwest again. I'm crazy about that place. Two brothers that are twins, right? But one is red, one is blue.
Of
now
course.
you do the math.
Of
Okay.
course.
And as I'm doing this, the rabbit hole starts getting deeper and deeper. I'm like, wow, that's weird. Pepsi is blue.
Coke is red.
Coke is red. Okay. CNN is red, Fox is blue, and it just keeps going deeper and deeper where whipped cream, ready whip, regular is blue, and whipped cream, light is red. So it was just like, but anyway, the first one was they are watching, All they have is basic cable. And they've been 197 days of just watching basic cable. That's what that's all about. Anyway.
So I want to ask you, I've been to America. I lived there during 2016 to up to 2018. So I got out before all the craziness. Well, it was crazy when I was there too. I love America. It's a very divided country at the moment. And it's so weird to see it, because when I lived there, I found America not to be very divided. I found all my interactions with people to be wonderful. And from the outside looking in, it seems like it's very divided. What's your take on what's going on in the US at the moment with craziness?
For me, I don't know. I mean, we all get, our information from the same place. So that says everything on itself. Okay. And to me, it's different because I grew up in a time where the Vietnam War was ending. I was a young kid. People come back. All your friends were friends from every scope of the world. Yep. Hispanic, African, just the whole spectrum, man. You were all friends. You did shit. You played basketball. Your heroes were like Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee. And so, you know what I mean? People partied, man. We were partying. We were having a good time. I think it's been twisted around a little bit. I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with whatever they decide to show people, Yeah.
Yeah. It's what you're fed, what you're spoon fed.
But then again, too, man, there's a lot of people out there, man. I guess, it's crazy times.
It is crazy times.
I think more than anything, it's just like, it's all about, for me, is positive energy and lifting people up and having a good time, man, bringing that back, just like we used to wait, man. I can't wait till Friday night. You got dressed up because you couldn't wait to go hang out and interact with your friends.
Absolutely. Let's talk
and entertain them. Right?
So let's talk about Bill Cooper. Let's play him first. Let's go.
That's not true, Jim. You know that's not true. You know that corn has not been allowed in the dome for at least 8 years now. There's not one speck of corn. All you corn people are just the same. You just are
corn
a bunch
people,
of sick corn people. I called you corn people. You got a problem with that? You are. You're a corn person. You care about this corn? It's a paradise, they say out there, where they're de-chipping brains. They're de-chipping people. Oh. But next thing you're going to tell me you're going to have a butter party, right, Jim? You're going to have a butter party? Is that what's going on?
You want to bring that up? You want to bring the butter party up? Oh,
you want to bring up butter? You want to? I know you're going to run against Bieber, but listen, he's going to win a second term. No corn is going to be allowed in the dome, period. So I don't care what you say. It really doesn't matter.
God bless the dome.
Did I hear you say he's going to run against Bieber? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's 2056. The Dome Town Hall. What do you expect? You know what's cool is, it's funny because Return of the Corn has its own channel, right?
Right.
It has like 7 subscribers, and like 9 views. It's just funny because for me, like I said, I got my Camp GMAY music box. I like to have all my oddball stuff on all those other channels. So if someone wants to go check that out, that's like a little, hey, become friends, like, hey, go check that stuff out. I don't try to get on there and push that stuff on anyone, but Return to the Corn is a trip, man. I got to tell you the story on that, Jade.
Is this
once again?
Is that the channel? Yeah, there it is. Return of the Corn.
Yeah. When I still kind of wasn't green screening yet, not till towards the end a little bit, but I was just going out on locations and filming, but I tried to stay a little bit ahead of the curve. The Return of the Corn is all about the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated, and not saying who's who or what's what. It's up to everyone's choice to do what they want to do. My body, my choice type thing. But it was just a hot topic, so I kind of wanted to jump on that. So that's the symbolism there.
Yep.
Is that it's the year 2056, and between the chemtrails and the genetically altered corn and this and that, mutation happens. So it's the organic versus the mutated. And I wanted to do a trailer, so I made that trailer, and the trailer did really, really well. People are like, oh my God, we should do it, and this and that. And that was like my first venture into starting to just like make films and stuff, you know.
So I'm on the Return of the Corn channel right now.
Yeah, this was a trailer that sparked all the other episodes because I just wanted to do a trailer, you know, a movie trailer.
Governor, any new developments on the corn mutation?
Any new developments?
That everyone should go home, quarantine, lock their doors, and destroy any corn products.
Right, and then how everything's just totally corny, you know?
Governor, any new developments on the corn
There's just corn in
mutation?
everything, you know?
Corn dogs.
Chemtrails have triggered a mutation in genetically altered corn, and the corn is alive and attacking humans.
Cornflakes.
Gimme.
Yeah.
Gimme. Crazy.
The corn is alive.
Wow. Okay, settle down, dude. There's an excellent scene I had to do.
Dude, that scarecrow's freaking me out.
There's Lisa. Lisa filmed that for me. It's like, okay, I'll do it.
You folks ain't from around here, is you?
Dude.
You folks ain't from around here, is you? What is you? It's just ridiculous, man.
The corn is coming.
The corn is alive.
Let's play this. This is Bucky McGill. I want to go through all these.
Brother.
So let's play Bucky McGill now.
He's
How
got
you
his own
do,
channel
everybody?
now.
My name Bucky McGill. I'm from Springfield, Kentucky. We're nervous right now. I never play on the YouTube, so I did my first YouTube video. My name Bucky McGill. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for a train. I was nearly faded out. You know, sometimes I try not to take myself too seriously, and I try to have a good time. I'm from a very, very, very small town, way out in the middle of nowhere. I'll let thumb a diesel down just before it rains. Roll that motherfucker all the way to New Orleans. That'd be nice if people, you know, I can get women and drug and stuff. That'd be a lot of fun for me, but I don't know. Right now I want money from the YouTube. It'd be nice for me.
You better have more than one song.
So now does Bucky McGill feature in CHARLIEWOOD? Is that who that is or not?
He comes in, he's probably going to come in around season 3. We're filming, and that's the thing too, is I have CHARLIEWOOD going on too. So anybody that's interested in being in CHARLIEWOOD, let me know, because we're going to start filming and green screen, which is going to get crazy because all that other stuff was before it was green screening. And Jade, I got to tell you, it was crazy. I was taking like fishing line and putting it on and trying to make it run and trying to make it puppet. I mean, it's just, oh my God, you know, and then like drilling a hole in the recliner and then trying to put my hand through it so you can hide behind there.
I've seen those clips. They're hilarious.
Right.
We'll cover CHARLIEWOod soon. So we've got another character here. This is Koala. Let's play this one.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I am from the planet Starr.
Frogman, I want satellite tracking. I want a caramel amaretto shaken not stirred now.
We are in control of
Shaken,
your
not stirred.
mind. You're insane. We are in control of your perception of reality.
Silence, Bark. I want all human DNA manipulated.
Suddenly we will crossbreed with intergalactic creatures, and the human race will evolve. We are already computer chipping your brain. War 3 is over. We have won. You know how long
4-3 is
I've been
over.
working on this story.
Let's play
You know how
Axel
much
Woke.
this means to me, and it's all happening. Hold on one second. Get this to Jimmy. Tell him to put it in immediately. I know you've been having fun. I know you're out there in Hollywood, but it doesn't matter, Ava. Everything that I've been talking about is coming true. You know that, don't you? I know you do. How long have I been working on this? You know how long I've been working on this.
Oh, no.
Oh, Ava, they're going to purge everyone. Yeah, just like the ancient aliens. Uh-huh.
We've got
Lisa sent me the script on that one. I had to there's a lot of ad-libbing, but that one she sent me the script of what she wanted to say, and that's how dramatic it got. So crazy.
And this is Conductor McFunk, who is from the Groove Trek. Let's play a bit of Conductor McFunk.
Ganja Hut.
Yeah.
You want anything? Captain, the Candyman can.
I love that.
Inhale, exhale.
Inhale, exhale.
We need to be doing things and making
Oh,
things
no.
better
Not
if
Mac.
you're not
Oh, my
listening to me. Alexia, who is the devil?
The Republican Party.
I'm going to send Netflix a letter. And I want one of the managers to get back with me on that. I'm telling you about contactless delivery. Yeah. What that means is, and it says right here that nobody touches it at all. It floats. He puts it on some type of magnetic field that makes it float.
Look at your arm.
Contactless, and nobody touches nothing. And
Hey,
the food just
nobody touches nothing.
Just floats right down into you.
Actually,
oops. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you
That
going to
was,
say? What were you going to say? I'll bring it
That
back.
was
Charlie.
The whole conspiracy, brother. We were talking about the red and the blue. It's like Mac thinks everything should be taken down. Everything's offensive. He's, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And then Pat is the one that wants everything taken down. Matt, the other one, Mrs. Ropa, he loves all the catchphrases and all the,
So this is
Anyway.
This is Chuck from CHARLIEWOOD. Let's play a bit of this.
Fun tonight, like we always do. Do that. We were dancing, having a good time.
You ruined everything, Charles. Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah. It's not small. No. Honey, so big. My body got a day.
Hey, look at this. I'm eating Taco Bell.
I love this guy.
Hey, look at this. I'm eating Taco Bell. 3 tacos. Ridiculous. But that's a good thing about it, though, is that it's there for everyone to use how they choose, For example, I know that Kim is going to post every day that little kitty cat, kitten, puppy compilation, funny stuff. And the funny thing is, I actually watched the entire video. It's good stuff. I actually watched the entire video. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's crazy, man. It's crazy world we're living in. I'll tell you what, though, man, where it starts to get really, really sinister, at least for me, is when people start adding in religion and guilt and trying to get you to take a look at their post, right? You've all seen that one, right? Yeah, that's the king daddy of them all. That's the one where you get the post where it says 17 angels are going to come down and give you 3 pots of gold. But if you scroll past this, you are going to go burn in hell. Yeah, right. Unbelievable. Can you imagine that? Right. Yeah. There you are. Oh, man. Woohoo. I'm in line. It's heaven. Woohoo. Look, everybody's smoking weed and floating around. Smoking weed and floating around. Smoking weed and floating around.
I can't wait to get in there. You know, and then the guy comes in, hold it. You can't go in. You got to go to hell. What? Yes, you did not like, comment, and subscribe to Jimmy's post. Now you're going to hell. It's crazy. That's right, over there. That's the line to hell, right behind Bill Cosby and Rosie O'Donnell. Oh, man. Imagine that, right? It's like, you see, I take the GHB and I put it into the Jello pudding. You see, I take the GHB and I put it into the Jello pudding. You see, the Jello pudding. You see.
Why?
To get down the pants of Rosie O'Donnell. You see.
Oh, man. It's too much, man.
I love it. So, where does this come from? Is this from smoking so much weed that you come up with the ideas? You know, where do you get these crazy characters from?
Well, Pineapple Pete is funny because it all just started with it all starts with life experiences is all, you know, and maybe it all goes into one thing. But I have a friend of mine that's a comedian, and I'm like, that lives up north, and I'm like, dude, man, make a video. All you gotta do is film yourself. It's easy, right? And so he just kept dragging his feet and he just wouldn't do it. And then I kind of lost contact with him. I said, you know what, man, I'm just gonna make one. So I just sat down, I just kind of wrote up some topics, you know, some bullets, shit to talk about. And that's only, those are really vanilla clips out of, I have an actual 9-minute one that I don't even put up. I put it up every once in a while, just for if someone wants to check it out. It gets real crazy, real, you know, because we both know there's this fine line, you know, and it's like, where do you place it, man?
For
you
sure.
know?
Yeah. What can people take, you know? It's, I have a very dark sense of humor. So, you know, that I thought the highlight of that last clip was the Bill Cosby joke. That was hilarious to me. But, you know, some people, you know, are going to get butthurt over it, and, you know.
Well, you know, then again, too, it's all art, so it's all up to subjection anyway. So no big deal.
Absolutely.
I'm having a blast being on your show, man. This is really cool. I want to absolutely thank you, man, because this is cool, man. You're showing all my stuff and we're shooting the shit.
It's my pleasure. Well, we're having a good time, man, and that's what what I know you're all about. So now on one of your shows, I don't know if I heard this. Did you? Now you can shoot me down if I'm wrong here, or maybe it was a bit you were doing. Did you say you've done porn?
No. On the Kitty Chicken Bunny Girl show, that Mickey Cox character, was trying to get. There's a character on the the bunny there's Kitty Chicken Bunny Girl. Well, Bunny Girl used to be married to me. Skeletons in the closet type trip.
Okay.
She's down in Hollywood. She's all famous now. Well, guess what? Mickey's coming to town. Oh, no. Don't worry. I got your 20K. I got a whole lot more. We're filming episode 5 right now. Really crazy. Shooting the script. It's just crazy.
Now
I do that. Yeah, go ahead.
Now you've got music up on various channels as well here. I want to bring this up too. So you can get your music on Reverb Nation. So you have music here. I fanned your page the other day. So there's a whole bunch of music here. Plus, you also have a SoundCloud page. SoundCloud, their adverts. So I've put all these links in the description, folks. So make sure you go over and check these out. These on the SoundCloud, these are songs that are from your CD?
Right. Basically, the thing was in 2015, I started to start really deciding to just say, I just really want to start recording tunes. You know?
Yep.
Because the technology now is just not that difficult. I mean, when it comes to recording. So, you know, and that's what I did. And I think I recorded maybe 25 songs with a good friend of mine named Chris Lee, really talented guitar player. So I pretty much wrote all the songs. We went in there, we just did song after song after song. And then I put them all on SoundCloud and was having a great time. And then all of a sudden someone introduced me to YouTube, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to go make videos to all these now, right?
Yeah.
And that was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So I go and I start shopping around. Oh, I have 400 and I want 800. And I'm like, oh, man, what the fuck's going on? So you know what? I just bought a little Canon, $1,000, little hand camcorder, and went and bought a $60 Corel video editing software, and was just ecstatic when it just changed pictures every measure,
Yeah,
stretching, just complete primitive green, but here it is. I think maybe I think I've made now probably about maybe 200 videos, but like I said, I only probably have about 100 of those up, if that.
So these songs that you've released, so did you go into a studio to record these songs that you've released on the album? How did you record these?
It's a mixture. I have recordings that I did in the dungeon, which is over, like I said, at Chris Lee's house. It's just Pro Tools, this and that. But you just go in, you play all your tracks to a rhythm click track.
Yep.
This is the intro, this is that. And they're like, okay, this would be the best bass line for that, and you just play with it. And then, but before I would go in, I would have it all structured where this is my intro progression. This is my first verse. These are the words. This is my bridge. This is my second, you know what I mean? You have it completely just mapped out.
Yep.
So that when you go in there and you work with someone, now they can do their job.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
And let's dial it in. So that's what we did. And we had a good time. And then the pandemic hit. And then that's when I just went and I got a mix pad. So maybe my last 15 songs or so, just doing on a mix pad.
Sure. What was I going to do next? I was going to play a song, and then I want to talk about CHARLIEWOOD after that. Oops, I don't even have myself on the camera.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play Rosewood. Is that cool? Did I play Rosewood?
Yeah, right. Rosewood was is about that first love that you can't ever get back, man. Everybody has their Rosewood to me, so that's what this tune's all about, man. So enjoy.
Awesome. Let's do it. We'll be back shortly, folks. This is Rosewood, and we'll see you in a moment. Boom.
Hey, what's going on, man? GMAY in the flesh. Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna serve you up a little tune called Rosewood. I hope you can connect, because I'll tell you what, man, this song means a lot to me because it's about first love. So anyway,
and I can smell that rosewood candle burning. Rosewood burns at both ends, and rosewood flame flies up to heaven. Yeah, rosewood candle, my only friend. I possessed at one time. GMAY, take two. Hey everyone, GMAY, thanks for tuning in, man. We had a great time making Rosewood. Okay. You gotta get the check the thing, you gotta get the groove. All right. Everyone, GMAY here. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to a kick-ass 2017. Cut. That's a wrap. Nice, guys. Good job. Thank you. What the fuck is this?
It's a ding dong.
This is not a fucking ding dong. This is a miniature fucking ding dong. Ding dongs come wrapped in tinfoil. Okay, they're full size. They're not in plastic. They're not. I mean, this isn't even a fucking ding dong. Shit.
All right, here's Twinkies.
I don't want a fucking Twinkie. Hey, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. You're fired. Mike.
What's up?
Hey, listen, man. Get on my Facebook, man. I want you to unfriend her. And get me a Pepsi, damn it. Go, now. Diet. Hey. See, I can start it anywhere I want, you know what I'm saying? So this is where I'm going to start it, because I'm trying to get in the groove of the song. Doom, tickets, ding, tickets.
Now, the first time I came across your channel, let me fade that, you had a set of nunchucks out. And I was like, you were flailing these nunchucks around, and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, please don't hurt yourself with those.
Well, it's funny because I have this little loop that I do where I go to there's 7, 8, 9 different Goodwills and stuff like that.
Right.
And I do my little loop every other week, when the good stuff coming in. But even if I'm not going to use it, it's just weird because you come across just the strangest stuff and you're like, hey, you know what? That's going to fall into play at some point. Give me that. And then it's 50% off, 99 cents. You're like, what?
Yeah.
So
do you have experience with nunchucks? Because when I saw you using them, I was like,
like I said, growing up in the 70s, it was perfectly normal for young males to have nunchucks. Yeah. Bruce Lee, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? So I kind of learned, back then. And then sure enough, I was at a Goodwill. And what do I see? A pair of nunchucks. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding? At a Goodwill? Just
I love it.
Crazy.
I want to talk a little bit about CHARLIEWOOD, because CHARLIEWOOd is scary in so many ways, but so funny and entertaining. What is CHARLIEWOOD?
Well, everything is kind of like an evolution from just talking about stuff on lives, We were doing a live once, and I put my top 5 body transfer movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go, I want to do my body transfer movie, right? So we sit there and we go, okay, so you got the skeleton key, right?
Yep.
Spin the record backwards, yada, yada, yada. Well, I start noticing this reoccurring theme. There's a big, overweight ethnic lady at a voodoo shop in New Orleans. And it's always what was the second one? The second was, anyway, I showed all these common denominations, how they're always picking an ethnic group. And Freaky Friday, it was a fortune cookie from the Chinese lady.
Yeah.
Old Chinese lady.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So there's just this pattern. When she bought the record, she got it from the old
Gremlins
so
as well. So you got Gremlins as well. With the
you always have this. That's how they kind of sell it. It always has to be ancient something,
Yeah.
that isn't have anything to do with Western culture. So I'm like, I want to do my body transfer movie, right? And then the pandemic hits and stuff, and I'm like, okay, man, I got nobody to do anything with, and I wasn't live streaming at all. I've only been live streaming for a while, so I didn't have that connection to connect with other people. So I was like, well, fuck, what am I going to do? I'm like, well, why don't I just do a body transfer movie with a doll, like a Chucky type trip? So I just ordered one, had it sent. Just bizarre, man, Here we are. But anyway, the whole premise behind it is, once again, look, he's in LA. He's a washed up ventriloquist. Okay. His name is Chuck. And the doll's name is Charles.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
He used to be famous. It gets real confusing. He used to be famous. Okay. But he's not anymore. Now he's washed up. He's on prescription meds. All he does is watch Wheel of Fortune, yada, yada, yada. Right. He's delusional. He talks to the doll. He gets his check every month. All right. Just funny stuff, man. And then, so what happens is, he goes to the library, and the librarian gives him, he wants to do this big gig. He's horrible. He wants to try to come back. He's horrible. He blames the doll. He gets this book of good and evil from the library, and he uses it. And of course, that's how we sell the body transfer, the candles, and I think it's a pentagram of super sugar crisp. Anyway, you do all the bells and whistles. And then you wonder, did it work? And sure enough, yes, because the doll is gone. He's running around now. Now the doll does all the talking, and is in control, and does drugs and smokes weed. And it gets real crazy. I have more to put out, man. I just was going to let this stuff float for a little while. And then now when they go gig, it's going to be the greatest thing ever, right? And then some new characters will be coming in. Dragon Cells plays my landlord. Everyone has their own doll. Like if you notice, Natasha, Chuck's girlfriend, the one smoking, drinking, pregnant, has her doll, right? Everyone that comes on the show has their own doll. Dragon Cell Puppets has this one that's like a giant overgrown, like the kind you win at the fair. And he's like a total bigot. It's like, I hear you playing with those dolls in there. Well, what about the elephant in the room that you're dragging around? Rent's due. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All these other characters are going to come in. The doll's going to end up calling his uncle, and his uncle's like, what are you talking about? Charlie's dead, And he's like, no, it's me. Remember when I shit my pants in 7th grade? Yeah, you were the only one that knew. Oh my God, Charlie, you're alive. So they concocts a plan. He comes down with his doll. We haven't decided if that's going to be like a blow up, like a little Barbie doll or something, right? But everybody's going to have a doll. So if you ever come on CHARLIEWOOD, think about what doll it is.
Let's play the trailer to it and scare everyone the fuck out. We'll do this.
All
It only
right.
goes for a minute or so. So let's play this. Let's cue this up.
Baby, can't you promise that your pride will see you through? You whisper to me sweet, I say you'll never leave me.
You will do what I tell you to do.
Hi, Charlie. Hi, Charlie.
Pills.
Hi, Charlie.
That shit out on top of me, brother. I need to come down off this shit.
I love you, Charlie. Wow, man, far out. You turned into a unicorn, baby. That's right. I love you, Charlie.
Elgate, el plumenas, el gambas.
Stay away from me.
Chuck, you want to take a pull off this bad boy?
Chuck, are you home?
It's not small. No, no, no. Honeycomb egg. This is the book of good and the book of evil. I call the shots around here. You understand me? Would you stop that? Don't want to see me. Take control of the situation.
Oh, Charlie.
Chuck, are you home?
Oh yeah.
It's
Now
so
I gotta
out
tell
there.
you, Jade.
It's
I gotta
so
tell
out
you,
there, man. I love it.
To just tie it all up in a pretty bow, what he's done is he's invoked every Charlie in Hollywood, because it's kind of the attack on that whole Hollywood, you know, it's all in the family type thing, you know, corruption, right? But and there's a lot of Charlies. Charlie,
do you have a love of B grade, B grade movies? Because there's that real feel to it. That scene where you've got Charlie on the Ouija board or and it moves with the string and stuff. I really love that stuff where you can see, behind the fourth wall of the hand pulling things.
Yeah.
Do you have a love of B grade movies? Is that what really drives you with this stuff? Because I think it's so fun.
That's how it's kind of supposed to be. Absolutely, man. Just having a good time and then poking fun. I'm always kind of subconsciously kind of poking fun at something that I don't think that's right, but yet again, I let people use their own imagination. When you invoke every Charlie in CHARLIEWOOD, it's a lot of Charlies, man.
And there's a lot of Charlie snorted in Hollywood.
Right.
So there's so many layers when you really look into it. People may be watching just going, "Oh, it's just a guy and a doll," but I've watched your stuff and I can see where you're coming at. So it's very clever stuff. I want to ask you this, Gary. Do you consider yourself a conspiracy theorist?
No, not really. I mean, for myself, I know for a fact that the internet was funded by the Pentagon, so they control those mediums. And I'm just more of like, I still think that we all get our information from the same place. It's all distributed. It doesn't matter who you are. We're all getting the same information. So I do think that is coming from somewhere, Anyway, that's about it.
Well, when the internet came about, it was a real wild, wild west, and people were putting up some fucking crazy stuff. I remember the things like I forget what the Watch Me Rot. There was a 24-hour, 7 days a week webcam of a woman in her coffin rotting, and and everybody. The internet was a very wild place. You don't see that shit anymore. It's changed. It's getting locked down. Seriously.
Like when AOL chats were real, right at the beginning,
and not full of bots.
Right. And then remember you would loft, and they called that lofting. Where like if you're talking to someone in a chat room and then, hey, so-and-so and so-and-so are lofting right now.
Yeah.
And that just meant you were like up on a instant message or something. It's just weird anyway.
I mean, there was a time myself, because I struggle with health issues, with a lot of people know on this channel. And when I was at a really low point, I was really into a lot of conspiracy theories. I thought Nibiru was coming. There were so many things I fell into a hole with. And, I still believe that there are powers that be that control certain things. There's no doubt about that. The rich want to keep us poor, and, they want to keep us controlled. And there are serious food shortages coming and things like that, which we're not paying attention to. But some of the wilder stuff kind of I let go of because it was tied so much to religious groups. But there are some things that are happening in this world that we need to wake up to. Food shortages.
Absolutely.
Food shortages are one of them. The stuff that's going on the sun with space weather and the moving of the poles on our planet. We're going to have a flip of the poles soon. It's coming. These are all things that the media do not cover, and they're important. They're more important than whether Joe Biden shits himself and Donald Trump's a demented. They're more important than these things, but we just don't seem to get them in the media. It's incredibly sad. So
absolutely. And that's why I try to do my message through my music, just like Dumb You Down or So Lonely or these different videos. It's all about just doing what's right, man.
Yep.
But it's tough out there, man, because it's a tough battle, man. I mean, there was a time And that once I was a hemp activist in the early 80s, 81, 82, 83, and it was a completely different time back then, man. So you see these different channels happen and go through. Like, we wanted to do this concert like at the San Jose Civic, the San Francisco Civic, and the Oakland Civic, and we wanted to do like a legalized marijuana thing, okay? Back then in like 82, we started putting up flyers. We had people putting money in it. We were going to start booking acts and stuff, right? They wouldn't give us the permits and the insurance and stuff to do it. You know what I mean? So times change, but it would to me, what you think has changed really isn't, because even like out here where it's legalized, you know, you go in there and there's cameras in there, right? It's completely legal, but the cameras everywhere aren't the owner's camera. Because I have a couple people that own a few of them. It's the police department's camera. So so you know, and then all of them, the prices are more than gouging black market straight prices. It's supposed to be the opposite. And then not only like that, a lot of them are packaging it in plastic. And people are just going through it like hordes. And it's like, hey man, we're over here on the Pacific coast. We got this problem with the Pacific patch out here. So, you know, you get all these contradictions where people think, oh, finally, but yeah, finally, because it's in the hands of people that really don't know what they're doing, man.
And, you know, marijuana was just legalized in Thailand, interestingly enough, you know, and I remember I've been to Thailand so many times and I was always scared to get it because the corruption and the cops are always watching people dealing.
Yeah.
But that now it's legal there. You got to wonder why they legalized it right now. It's because like the people in power there are under the microscope. So what do? Hey, everybody, have some pot. Now you can forget about what we're doing. You know, there's reasons why they release these things at certain times.
Well, they're making a boatload of money out here on it. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's like, you know,
if there's money to be made, you know, that's the way it goes. So
anyway, yeah.
Now let's. We've got 10 minutes left. I'm going to play. I'm going to go out today and play. Well, I'll let you know in a minute. So, how do people get over to your channel, and how easy is it for people to get over on the weekend to come and play on Camp GMAY?
Well, every Saturday night at 7:00 Pacific, kind of started this thing, just an open mic jam. If you are a track player where you jam to rhythm tracks, or you're a karaoke singer, or you're a singer that plays guitar, or you play the keyboards and sing, come on up. It's open mic. We all take turns kind of singing and playing songs. It's starting to grow. So if someone wants to contact me, you know, I'm during those lives and at my channel, I have my email. So all you got to really do is email it, just like you did. You emailed me, you know.
Yeah, and I've made sure I've posted all the links to channels in the description and your email. And, you know, it's really easy to get on the show. It's just a StreamYard link, folks. But, you know, the one thing is, if you're going to connect and play music, don't do it on a tablet or something, because the sound won't be good. So, you know, you need to use a computer if you want your sound to come through, because, you know, it's a thing, you know, people struggle with it and then everyone gets frustrated. It just is.
Well, and that's the thing, I think, too. That's a great point, because, look, you know, people want to come to a place where they can hear clear audio. So if you're providing something that doesn't have clear audio, no one wants to listen to that. I don't care if you're Jimi Hendrix. Okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's one of the requirements. Definitely. If you start to roll and the posse says, you know, this is up, that's up, we just catch it. We just mute you and then move on to the next guy. No big deal.
Absolutely. And don't be like Ivan Idea, where you get up on camera just with a big set of tits for 2 hours dancing around.
Right. And then, well, the good news is there's a bunch of people in there that are willing to teach you and show you how to get that good sound audio wise, because that's all about because I was in that same boat. I was a live player for decades and decades, just live. You want the amps and the things and the power amp and the thing, and you don't need any of that anymore. You know, you just need a really fast computer, man. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like a nice mixing board that's kind of like your power amp, you know, and then all the little goodies that go with it. And I'm glad I met you, because you've got these apps dialed, man. You're off to the races every day. It's actually pretty remarkable, your knowledge of just how to point and click, man, you know, and what it does.
there's a photo of Ivan Idea on your stream with his boobs. I took that.
That's breastgate. Breastgate on my channel.
It was a wild night, that
We
one.
didn't know him that well yet. You know, we're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, what's wrong? Why can't?
I think he bought those novelty boobs a while ago, and I think he'd been hanging to wear them somewhere, and he just felt it was the right place on your show. So,
well, I do got to tell you, Jade, that I really tried to do this, like you said, this open mic thing on Saturday nights, and it really didn't start to get a little bit of a momentum because Mamsie and Conspiracy Media, boom, they both come up with me every Saturday night. So
absolutely,
it's nice because you get a track jammer. You know what I mean? And before, like, it'd be me all night. Hey.
Yeah. All right, so. So you know how to get there. Now, I'm going to play this song because I hear you play this all the time. You play it on guitar. This is correct me if I'm wrong, this track is written by Mamsie called Back in the Day. Is this right?
Mamsie Graham.
He's amazing. Mamsie is amazing.
Absolutely just incredible. Yeah. Well, we were like, hey, we're going to take 10 songs and we're going to press, or thing was, we were going to press an album. We're going to 10 songs, 5 of his, 5 of mine, and mix and match. We're like, he sends me tracks, I lay that tracks, just ping pong it back and forth. So that's what we did. We got our 10 songs. This is his song. He wrote this. It is awesome. I fell in love with it. I sang some backups, did some guitar work.
Yep.
And I'm also a lead guitar pimp. I have a bunch of lead guitar players that I use. I use Mikey Pimentel. Absolute genius. He did the lead guitar on this. I shipped it out to him. Guitar God. Chris Lee does some of my leads. Francis just did a lead on Groove Trek.
Yep.
At the end of the finale, that's Francis on guitar. So I'm not a lead guitarist, but I'm a lead guitarist pimp. So I got a little posse. So anyway, Mike Pimentel is the lead guitar player on that.
Awesome. The last question I'm going to hit you with, I hit everybody with. If you were to give advice, if you were to tell somebody if they were considering becoming a creative, to writing music, starting a YouTube channel, when do you think is the best time for them to start?
Well, definitely when you have time, you know, because we all know you only have so much time. What I try to do is I try to allot a certain time. We all know you got to sleep for close to 8 hours. We all know you got to work for 8 hours. So what's that leave? 8 hours. So to me, you should be, if your passion is there, if you're waking up in the morning and you're jumping up and down on your bed, just like you did when you were a kid. If you're not jumping up and down, something went wrong. So in other words, you should have a passion to get it done 8 hours a day. And you can get a lot done. Absolutely. In 8 hours when you're into it. And then, you know, just it becomes like a surf game where it's like, today, tomorrow, woohoo,
All right. Well, I want to thank you so very much for coming on the show and spending some time with me, sharing your show reel, sharing your music and your passion. Your passion. That's Absolutely. What I really love about everything about you. I encourage you guys, get over and subscribe to Gary's multiple channels. You know, go and check him out. Go and hang out on a Saturday evening and have some fun because it's a good time. It really is a good time. And I'm going to go out and we're going to play Back in the Day. So thank you so much for coming on. Please hang on the line and we'll play this song and wrap up the show so I can say goodbye to you off the air. So thanks everybody for being here today. Hey, Francis, I see you there too. And Falcon Blues is here. There's a whole lot of other people. Thank you all for being here today. You've been fantastic. And come and join us over on Camp GMAY. This is awesome. Back in the Day. Let's play this and get the hell out of here. Pete Johns is up next. So if you hang on to the end of the show, it'll bounce you straight over to Pete Johns' channel. He's got a pre-recorded show for today and you'll get dumped over there immediately. All right. Remember, guys, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make
Absolutely.
You better. And we all rise together. You know what I'm saying? This
True.
Is Back in the Day. See you later, Gary. See you later, everybody.
Boom. Thanks, everyone.
jam, and you can stay highlight over time. Damn, that was back in the day. Do you remember when the funk was the funk? Smoking on that round compressed June. But damn, that was back in the day. Now the cut just ain't the same. Everything is so stepped on lately. I long for those good old days. Do you remember watching Cheech and Chong? Steve Miller's Joker was my favorite song. But damn, I was back in the day. And I remember when hash was my stash. The man in black, Johnny Cash. But damn, that was back in the day. Now the cut just ain't the same. Everything is so stepped on lately. I long for those good old days. Now the cut just ain't the same. Everything is so stepped on lately. I long for those good old days. Yeah, the cut just ain't the same. Everything is so stepped on lately.
Yeah, baby.
Oh my God! Lightning in a bottle!
I dreamed about that shit the other night. I was serious when I was asking you the other night. I was like, I would really like to take one of my tunes, I don't know which tune, but use your art just as a whole video. But I woke up and I was like, shit, why don't we just get MB? I dreamt about that shit. Like, why don't we just get MBs? Because it fits perfect for this. If you guys wanted to, that's it.
Your elbows are out and you rest your knees on your elbows.
Yeah.
You guys have that? I just do that.
We're gonna figure out something for Skeeter. Skeeter, man,
Here he goes.
right now we have